You've studied English for years, but you still sound stiff? Let's fix that right now. Don't forget to share this with a friend, and it helps us bring more of this content to you. Here we go.
Hey, Liam. Have you ever studied English for years, understood a lot, but still felt awkward when speaking?
Of course. It's just that your English is technically correct, but something still sounds unnatural.
Native speakers sound smooth, relaxed, spontaneous, and I sound like I'm reading a textbook.
That's because most learners are missing one small thing that completely changes how natural their English sounds.
And what exactly are we going to talk about today?
Today, we're going to talk about the missing piece that makes your English sound more natural and fluent.
Now I'm curious. What's the missing piece?
Fillers.
I think I know. Those little words like well and actually?
Exactly. Tiny words, but a huge difference.
Why do those tiny words make such a big difference?
Because fillers make your English sound alive instead of rehearsed.
Interesting. Because sometimes I know the sentence, but it still sounds weird when I say it.
That happens because fluency is not only about vocabulary, but also about rhythm and flow.
So fillers help with rhythm?
Sure, fillers help your brain buy time while making the conversation sound natural.
Wow, I always thought pauses were a bad thing.
Natural pauses are normal because native speakers pause all the time.
Really?
Absolutely. They just use fillers to make those pauses sound smooth.
Can you show me an example?
Sure. Listen to this sentence without fillers. I think English is difficult because I need more practice.
That sounds correct, but kind of stiff.
Exactly. Now listen to this. Well, I think English is difficult because I kind of need more practice.
I think I'm starting to understand. So fillers make you sound more relaxed?
Yes, and they also reduce the pressure of speaking perfectly.
I definitely feel pressure every time I speak English.
Most learners do, because they try to build perfect sentences before speaking.
And that makes conversations slower?
Sure, because your brain gets stuck translating and organizing everything.
I always pause because I'm translating everything in my head.
And fillers help you survive those moments naturally.
How?
Because expressions like, let me think, well, actually, and, you know, work like mental bridges.
Mental bridges?
Exactly. They keep the conversation moving while your brain searches for the next idea.
Wow, I never thought about fillers that way.
Most learners ignore them because grammar books rarely teach real conversational rhythm.
That makes so much sense, actually.
You see, native speakers are constantly managing conversations emotionally and socially, not only grammatically.
So fillers are more like casual English, right?
Yeah, and many learners sound unnatural because they only study formal English.
So how can learners start using fillers naturally?
First, stop trying to memorize 50 different fillers.
Really?
You only need a few common ones in the beginning.
Which ones should learners start with?
Start with, well, actually, you know, I mean, and like.
Those seem simple.
And that's the point, because natural English is usually simple.
So, simple English can still sound fluent?
Absolutely, especially when the timing and emotion sound natural.
Timing?
Yes, fluency is musical.
What do you mean by musical?
Native speakers pay attention to pauses, intonation, stress, and emotional rhythm.
So, it's not just what native speakers say, but how they say it, right?
Sure.
And tell me, can learners practice fillers alone?
Absolutely. And one of the best ways is by transforming simple sentences.
Can you show another example?
Sure. Listen to this basic sentence. I started studying English 2 years ago.
That sounds okay, but kind of flat.
Exactly. Now listen to this. Well, I started studying English like 2 years ago.
That sounds way more conversational.
Yeah, because fillers create breathing space and emotional rhythm.
So, learners should stop sounding overly polished?
Yes, because here's the mistake. People try to sound impressive instead of natural and fluent.
Interesting. So, understanding English doesn't automatically create fluency?
Exactly. Because speaking requires reaction speed and conversational rhythm.
And fillers help with that reaction speed?
Absolutely. Fillers reduce panic and keep your brain engaged naturally.
Wow, this is starting to make so much sense.
And the best part is that small changes can create huge improvements in how natural you sound.
How can learners avoid overusing fillers?
By listening carefully to real conversations, instead of randomly inserting words everywhere.
Interesting. Because sometimes I hear natives pause without saying anything.
That's because silence is normal too. And fillers are only tools to support the flow.
So the goal is not speaking nonstop.
Not at all. Because natural speakers pause, think, react, and continue smoothly.
Wow, that sounds much more realistic.
And realistic expectations are extremely important for confidence.
So fillers create emotional comfort too?
Exactly. Because they help you feel connected instead of tested.
Interesting. Because English classes sometimes feel like performance exams.
And real conversations are completely different from classroom exercises.
Can you show a natural example?
Sure. Listen to this stiff version. I am very tired because I worked excessively today.
That sounds super formal, right?
Sure. Now listen to this natural version. Man, I'm kinda tired because I worked a lot today.
That instantly sounds more real.
Exactly. And that can make the rhythm sound natural.
So, the missing piece is learning how conversations actually move.
Absolutely.
Interesting. Because conversations feel unpredictable.
And fillers help you handle unpredictability naturally.
Wow, that sounds incredibly useful for shy learners. Can learners practice this at work too?
Absolutely. And work conversations become much smoother with natural fillers.
What's an example in a professional situation?
Instead of saying, I need time to analyze this information, you can say, well, let me think about that for a second.
That sounds more relaxed and professional at the same time.
That's because natural communication often sounds more confident than overly formal communication.
And what should learners pay attention to from now on?
Pay attention to how native speakers pause, react, connect ideas, and keep conversations flowing naturally.
This honestly changed the way I see fluency.
And remember, natural English is not about performing perfectly, but connecting comfortably.
That sounds much less stressful, actually.
Absolutely. And honestly, almost no one teaches the missing piece of fluency the way we just did.
I agree. So, what's the next step?
If you really want to go further, you need to understand why you forget English so fast and how to fix it once and for all.
Of course. I want to. See you in the next episode.
See you there. Bye.